Gulf nations are facing more strikes from Iran, and there's also some concern over some
The two Filipinos who were arrested, allegedly, for posting photos
on
of
social media.
videos. Yeah.
Yes, bringing our Philippine ambassador to the UAE, Alfonso Ferdinand Ver. Ambassador, magandang hapon po and thank you for joining us this afternoon. Welcome back to Storycon.
Magandang hapon,
Magandang
Ambassador.
hapon din.
Hi, Ambassador.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Ambassador, meron na bang mga lumalabas dyan na parang interest yung ating OFW na bumalik dito? Last week kasi yung Singapore nagdala ng 24 OFW. Ginamit nila yung kanilang Royal Air Force para dalhin dito. Parang indicative ba yan na may mga dumadami yung gustong bumalik?
It's RSAF, Republic of Singapore
Yes,
Air
yes,
Force,
yes.
not Royal Air Force.
May ganun bang groundswell?
Actually,
or
last Friday
konti lang?
night,
Yeah.
we sent out the first charter flight from the UAE with 442 Filipinos, OFWs, and stranded tourists. So it was a special flight. Then the following day, another flight from Jeddah, Philippine Airlines. And then we have another one, hopefully this Wednesday, charter flight na naman. But in the meantime, ever since, I think that was March 4 or 5, when Emirates started restoring some of its commercial flights, unti-unti na rin may mga umalis dun sa flights na yon, and 2 flights from Etihad, from Abu Dhabi. And in fact, this morning we sent out another group of 38 mga seniors and some with families on their way now to the Dubai airport for a commercial flight via Emirates. So tuloy-tuloy na ever since March 4 or 5, some days there are 2 flights from Emirates. This morning there was an attack at the Dubai airport. It's been contained. No one was injured, fortunately, and flights are slowly going back to normal. So hopefully this flight can leave at 6 p.m. UAE time.
Is that significant, Ambassador? Or ito yung basically still the usual na mga biyahe ng mga Pilipino OFW na natapos yung kontrata or may gustong bumalik, no? Is that significant na ba itong mga binabanggit nyo?
Halo-halo na rin kasi like for example, yung special flight last Friday, 442, 450. In fact, Secretary Kakdak was on that flight going home. Halo-halo na yon yung mga... There was even one on a stretcher. He was paralyzed and a few wheelchair cases, mga kids, mga senior citizens, those who finished their contracts. In another occasion, we were able to bring home the Filipina who was injured here. Sabi kasi ng mother niya, uwi na lang siya. So, halo-halo, and pati yung mga stranded, slowly but surely, habol na rin yung flights. And there was also a flight from Oman. They went overland they crossed the border to Oman, and they took an onward flight there from Oman Air. So, hopefully, tuloy-tuloy na. Nahabol na rin yung backlog ng mga different airlines.
Ambassador, let me just clarify one thing. These are chartered flights arranged by and paid for by the government?
The one last Friday, 747 with 450 plus, it's special charter paid for by the government. The one this Wednesday is another one. The one from Jeddah, which arrived yesterday, was also paid for by the government. In the commercial flights, we are getting allocations for seats. Some we are paying.
Pero sir, how much interest or urgency is there among the Filipinos there to come home? I asked that kasi siyempre, nagbabalanse din yung mga yan eh. On one hand, many of them, I suppose, want to come home because of the war there. On the other hand,
Most
takot silang
contracts.
takot silang
Wala ng trabaho.
Oo, wala nang mabalikan. So, gaano ho ka-urgent yung feeling ng mga tao dyan na kailangan nilang umuwi?
Yeah, you're right. Actually, may mga naninimbang pa rin. They are just submitting their names and their location, their addresses, just in case the situation escalates or talagang there's a call for repatriation. But everything here is, I could say, still stable, peaceful. Life is continued. Wala pa naman massive na nalilay off. Prices are stable, and we're looking forward to Eid al-Fitr this weekend. Sana nga mag-ceasefire na rin at least or tumigil na rin to.
Gaano
Pero
karami
ano
ba ang
balita niyo?
pinag-uusapan
Kasi-
natin, Ambassador? Gaano karami ba ang OFW natin sa Gulf States? Gaano karami sa buong Middle East? Ano, sabi nila 2 million, sabi ng iba 1.5, including yung mga
Undocumented.
walang kontrata, no? etc.
Yeah.
So, what are we talking about in terms of numbers?
Dito sa, just for UAE, in fact, we have surpassed Saudi Arabia. Na dati, Saudi Arabia is biggest.
Yes.
Ano. Now, UAE now, especially Dubai and the Northern Emirates, we have close to 1,975,980. Saudi has around 800 plus, almost 900. For the GCC countries, these are oil-rich countries, 2.4 to 2.5 million.
Ami,
Marami.
Ami. Ami, go
Yung
ahead.
earlier projection niyo, Ambassador, sabi niyo, mukhang magkakatagalan tong conflict eh. Are you still holding that view?
Well, humuhupa na yung mga attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, yesterday, Iran said that they will retaliate here. They identified 3 ports here in the UAE, claiming that an attack on Karg Island in Iran, their oil processing island, came from missiles launched here. So they said that they will retaliate. Well, first of all, UAE denied that vehemently. UAE is not being used to stage offensive or retaliatory strikes. And we monitored that there was one minor attack in one of the ports identified. This morning, isa lang, and
The Fujairah
sana
port.
tuloy-tuloy lang. Yeah, in Fujairah port, yes, it's our oil. I think 1.7 million barrels are shipped from that port. So, but over time, tumitigil na, kumukonti na. But still, UAE has received the most number of missiles, almost 2,000 since this, more than all the other countries, more than Israel, more than double, and
drones.
it's around 2,000. So we're also wondering, UAE is wondering, bakit kami pinupuntirya? You know?
Yung balitang may inaresto daw na OFW, dalawa, is it
dalawa.
confirmed? Kasi kagabi
Yes,
hindi
we have-
confirmed eh.
Yeah, we were alerted yesterday together with 35, and I think there are more nationals now. 35 persons, different nationalities, including our dalawang kababayan natin, both females. So we've identified them, we've contacted their families, we're providing legal assistance or legal retainer. We're asking for consular visit, but may I just withhold identities in the meantime, in deference to the
Yeah.
families. But yung isa nakausap namin, yung husband niya nasa Pilipinas, yung isa she has cousins here, so in fact they're arriving here from Dubai to talk to our lawyer.
Ambassador, what offense exactly did they commit?
Well, first of all, even without this, taking videos, confidential, privacy is very important here. Hindi rin basta-basta pwede kumuha ng videos. And more so now with this crisis, they really instituted a new rule na bawal mag-post
Blackout.
ng mga videos, bawal gumawa ng AI videos, at bawal din mag-show ng mga aftermath, yung mga kung may debris. So, I think I haven't seen yung dalawang videos in question, no, why they were arrested, no, kasi natatakot na rin yata yung may iba mag-share because even sharing it is delikado, no. So but I think one showed at the path of a drone, incoming drone, and yung isa naman parang the area yata where a drone has just landed. So aside from it's creating alarm or panic, and syempre tatakot ng mga tao, some analysts are also saying it could be used for intelligence purposes kasi the other side can see kung saan dumaan, nakita kong yung tinarget natin hindi doon, so
Right.
that's part of the reason then.
Sa Pilipinas siguro nangyari yan, Ambassador, lahat kumuha ng video.
Tsaka may selfie.
So,
May
so
mga namumulot din
Oo.
may mga namumulot din ng debris.
yeah. But
So talaga.
as far as we know kasi, yun nga, I think I saw, if it's accurate, I think I saw one of those videos and it does show an incoming missile. And then the issue, I guess, is they posted it. But how serious a crime is that there? I mean, I understand
Very
there's a bit of a
serious.
news blackout, but
Yeah.
this doesn't seem to be that sinister.
Yeah, and
magkumpul ka
I
na
think they
doon.
just wanted to inform their families na don't worry, parang ganon, we are safe and it's far from the areas. But yun na nga, they're imposing it, they're very strict. It's up to a penalty of 1 year imprisonment and a fine
Wow.
of 100,000 dirhams. That's around 1.6 million pesos. So,
Wow.
in fact, there was even a report on social media. There was a British national who, when he was just about to be arrested, took down the video and still he was arrested. There are others, mas maano kasi some are really manufacturing videos via AI, no? So I think mas ano pa yon kasi they're showing some landmarks here na sumabog na or mga ganon. So it's really very
Anong tawag sa offense, Ambassador? Is it a security offense or a privacy
Yeah.
offense? Ano siya?
Yeah, it's a security offense. Yes, it's due to the emergency rin. So some of the measures they instituted to preserve na rin yung safety, stability.
But that's,
Ambassador, para
non-bailable
maunawaan ng mga
siya, they're
nakikinig
still
dito,
detained.
iba yung
I'm sorry.
mga
Still detained.
para maunawaan.
wait.
Okay,
Amico.
hindi ko narinig si Ami.
They're still detained, nakakulong pa rin sila.
Yes, we know where they are
Nakakulong pa rin yung
detained.
dalawa
And,
and non-bailable yan. Non-bailable.
as of now, we just sent 2 people there to see them, and I just got a text that they're both there together at this certain police station. They're okay, and we're asking now if we can visit them and get statements. So, it's still being technically under investigation.
Hindi, para
Because they were
maunawaan
arrested
lang,
yesterday.
Ambassador, ng mga tagapakinig natin, yung mga tanong ni Ami, iba yung rules dyan eh. Mismo public gatherings of a few people,
Yes.
highly
Yes.
forbidden. No? Lalo-lalo na dyan sa social media, dyan.
Yeah.
Ibang-iba yung
Even
sitwasyon
vloggers
dyan.
need a permit.
Yeah.
Kailangan mag-apply ka ng permit na kung
Yes.
vlogger ka.
Oo, ang daming bawal dyan.
That's very
So-
strict, no? But I wonder if you said one of the reasons was just to inform their family that they're okay. I mean, couldn't that be a mitigating factor?
We'll see. Kasi it's a new law. It's because of this emergency. So, and we're hoping naman na they'll also be consider na the situation na they just wanted to, and in fact, it could help them in for their own military planners here, or it can be used as intelligence. But don't want to second guess it at this time. So mainit pa kasi with all this all happening, and there were like a roundup really. So siguro gusto nilang pakita na they're really serious in this in enforcing this new rule.
Sir, so ihiwalay po natin yung kaso ng paggamit ng AI kasi ibang kaso naman yun. Pero what you're basically saying is that yung simpleng pagkuha ng mga paparating na
Videos,
missile, kahit sa himpapawid lang,
Ginagawa natin.
oo, yung nakikita na sa balita, basically. Nakita na sa balita,
Yeah. Yes.
yun po ay bawal i-post sa social media.
Yes.
Mismo kumuha, bawal.
Mismong pagkuha, bawal.
Oo.
Not unless
Yes,
you're...
Unless you're
yung mga iba
official
sinusundan
media.
talaga. Yung mga iba nasusundan talaga nila yung trajectory, kung saan nag-land, kung saan
Yun.
nag-ano.
Paano yung
So, yun
official
ang-
media?
Paano yung media? Paano yung mga
Media blackout ba?
journalist?
May news.
Hindi naman, meron din dito, meron din. In fact, we're very timely ang reporting nila. We just got a report na may
Yeah.
missile na naman kanina. There was one fatality, hindi Filipino. So up to date. And the way they issue yung alerts, you get a text na it really, kahit
Yeah.
patay daw yung phone mo, lalabas. So tapos you are given enough time. Very effective yung kanilang alert system. Tapos after that, if the coast is clear, if okay na, you get another text. So minsan, yung mga iba, pag alam nilang dumating na, lalabas yun, due to ganyan, we are addressing the situation, please stay indoors, go to ganyan. Minsan, lalo pang lalabas yung mga iba, lalo pang titignan ko.
On another note,
Lalo pang
Ambassador,
magpamatay.
on another note, nagre-retaliate ba yung mga Gulf states na binobomba,
Hindi.
lalo na ang UAE
Yun na nga
na
eh.
maraming tama.
Yes.
No? Nagre-retaliate ba
Yan
sila
ang
in terms
sinasabi
of,
ng UAE that they won't even let their airspace be used for others. So, talagang defense. And they've been very effective. As I said, almost 2,000 missiles. They've intercepted close to over 90%. And they have fighters patrolling. They have even Apache helicopters that can shoot down these low drones. So that's helping us then have confidence na talagang we're safe and secure here. Wala pa naman talagang casualties, mga Pilipino.
Yun ang
only two
tanong ko,
injured.
Ambassador. These are defensive capability. Are they retaliating? Are they attacking Iran? At kung meron bang mga bilateral talks, paano sabi ng Iran, sorry, pero we have to continue doing this.
Yeah.
Pero nag-apologize sila. So are they having bilateral talks or are talaga bang defensive lang ang kanilang ginagawa?
Talagang defensive lang. At first kasi they said they're targeting the US military installations here. Kasi dito, Kuwait, Qatar, even Saudi, may mga military bases. Dito may 4. So originally, yun ang target. And in fact, yung mga Filipinos doon who were working there were told to go home na. So yun din akala namin. So, pero yung drone kasi, like for example, ma-intercept yan sa taas, yung debris nun, di mo na mata-target yun. So it might fall on public area like what happened to one of the hotels in Dubai. Pero mabilis din sila mag-react. Like for that hotel, within an hour, nawala na yung fire put out na in the airport kanina. They kept the runway open. So mabilis sila mag-react. So Filipinos still feel safe and secure and they just want to siguro take this opportunity na sundan lang din natin yon, respetuhin natin yung mga batas. It's all done for our own good, for all the expats. There are over 200 nationalities here, so it's really a very cosmopolitan place. So very, and life goes on.
Ambassador, let me just circle
Mga
back
ilan
to
kasamang ano?
let me just circle back to the repatriations. How many more do you expect to repatriate, and how many more chartered flights will be coming in and out?
We're taking it as kasi yun na nga, for example dito sa Dubai, nung at first over the weekend nung there was the threat na we will also attack other ports, we had a surge in emails reporting to us, but we're calling them one by one, so it's still wait and see, but we're ready and we're opening other paths na rin or other routes. So in fact sana makabalik na rin ang PAL, makabalik na rin ang Cebu Pacific, so tuloy-tuloy na rin. But we're ready, we're preparing for even but right now it's fairly still stable. The surge that we expected, bumawi naman na hindi naman na masyado nagulat mga tao.
Ami.
Would you know kung ilan ang kasama nung dalawa na naaresto? Because you were saying may ibang mga foreigner na naaresto. Would you know kung mga ilan sila?
The first report was that they were around 35. 35 sila and 17 Indian nationals in fact out of that 35. So may Nepali, may Egyptian, so halo-halo din. And karamihan, tayo lang yata may 2 females. Pareho silang female.
And lahat sila detained ngayon.
Lahat sila
detained.
detained.
And as far as you
Kita,
know,
no?
the 2 Filipinos that were detained merely shot footage of missiles incoming. Hindi sila gumawa,
Yeah.
they didn't fabricate security-related videos or anything like that.
Yeah, from what I know, they just recorded yung actual attack, parang gano'n.
May alam ba kayong regional initiative to protect the Strait of Hormuz? Any exploratory effort para regional effort?
Yun na nga, nag-expand na. Naging doon na rin ang battle na ngayon, closing the Hormuz,
Sa Kargi.
choking off the oil supply. So, hopefully, I understand there are many back channels being done already. And last week, there was an initiative in the United Nations, a resolution calling for parang condemnation of the attacks, parang ganon. So, I'm sure marami nangyayari dyan. But ang lumalabas kasi, yung mga some countries are calling for asking to protect or really make sure that Hormuz is open. So, but now technically it's closed. No one is trying, no one.
2 weeks ago, Ambassador, nagsalita yung ambassador ng Iran dito at ang sabi daw ng grand leader o great leader ng Iran, yung anak ni Khamenei na ngayon ay natatago, ay parang maganda ang kanilang relasyon sa Pilipinas. Very friendly daw sila at wala silang nakikitang dispute with our country. Yan ba ay
Oo naman.
yan ba ay nagagamit natin yung ganyang klaseng mga statements?
Friends naman tayo sa lahat. Wala naman
Yeah,
tayo
it's
na,
true.
nadamay lang tayo dito dahil sa mga Pilipino. At kaya nalangin din tayo na sana matapos na. Tayo yung naapektuhan. At tayo, no, so sabi nga nila, when the elephants fight, the grass is affected. So the ants, so kaibigan natin lahat and hopefully that we can find a way to also mediate siguro or find a solution to this.
Tui?
Okay.
Okay, we'll leave that there and we'll check back in with you after you have attended to the 2 OFWs who are detained right now. Thanks so much
Yes.
for joining Storycon and talking to us. That was Philippine Ambassador to the UAE, Ambassador Alfonso Ferdinand Ver.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Ambassador.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you.